I'm Serena.
And I'm Jess. Today we have an excellent episode for you.
It's going to be spectacular. Okay, so for those of you that haven't seen, because we just saw this recently, did you know that you can scramble an egg while it is still in its shell?
Yeah, so I knew that. I've seen that happen before. But whenever I tried it in the past, I would always just do this and it never worked. So I realized when you showed me that you actually need an article of clothing or one of those devices that spins it for you.
Yes, I have a friend who actually has their own eggs on like a little farm. And she said that with a fresh egg that hasn't been refrigerated yet, you can actually shake it and get it to do it inside its shell. But once they've been refrigerated, I guess they're too thick and that won't work. So the process is you take an egg. Now Jess has a sock, right?
I have a sock.
Okay, so I have a sweatshirt.
Make
so what
sure
you do
is clean.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So what you need is some string or some rubber bands, and you will put a rubber band on it. So kind of in the middle, and then you put the egg in. And then you put another rubber band or another piece of string on the other side of the egg to kind of keep the egg in place. There we go. So you spin it.
Yeah,
you spin it to get it kind of tangled up, and then pull it.
Why are all of the things we do things that I would have loved doing as a kid? Like the ice cream in a bag and this. How many times do you have to do this, do you think?
I have no idea, but it's definitely a workout for sure, more than I expected. A friend of mine last night, I was telling her we were going to do this, and she said, "Oh, I would probably really like that because I don't like the yolks. I happen to love the yolks, but this is still very interesting." Are you scrambled in there? The sock looks like it would be much easier. My sweatshirt is really kind of too thick to do this, I think. So for those of you watching, you want either a really thin long sleeve shirt or you want a thin sock like Jess has. That was smarter.
Oof, it's a shoulder burner though.
Seriously. Shoo, I'm working up a sweat here.
If this doesn't work, I'm going to be so sad.
Think that's enough?
Yeah. Did you break it? How? Did you drop it?
Yes.
Was it?
No.
Oh no, I hope mine are. We'll see how easy this technique is. You're the one that made a mess today.
I know. Definitely use a sock like Jesselyn because I used a sweatshirt and I pulled off the end that goes to the shirt first. And then when I held it up to pull the rubber band off the other end, the egg fell on the floor.
Oh my God.
So the other thing that we are making today is carnivore deviled eggs. So we need hard-boiled eggs for both of the recipes we're making today. Okay, so I'm making my hard-boiled eggs in my Instant Pot. And to make them in the Instant Pot, you just use a cup of water down on the bottom and set it for 5 minutes. It's super fast. I think you'll have to boil yours for about 10 minutes, Jess, right?
Yeah. So did you know that you could make hard-boiled eggs in the air fryer?
Yeah, I actually read that. Something like 13 to 17 minutes at like 250, I think it said, which is really interesting. And I read that sometimes it can get little bubbles on the outside from the air circulating, but that the inside of the egg is fine. I've never tried it in the air fryer, but I'll definitely try that next time.
Yeah, I've never tried it either, but it sounds super convenient.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I am going to real quick while the eggs are cooking, I am going to use my immersion blender and I'm going to make some baconaise for my deviled eggs. Now I've done this before. I'm going to use 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk for mine. I'm going to put some salt in there. All right. So in the past, when I've done this, if you have an immersion blender, you put it in and start, and then add the whatever oil you're using. In the past, when I have done this, I was using like olive oil or something because I was still eating olive oil at the time. But I'm going to go ahead and use, it's just slightly warmed bacon grease. So for those of you that don't know how to make mayonnaise yourself, there it is. And it's nice and thick, just like mayonnaise. See it? It's a little bit runnier than mayonnaise, but it's mostly thick. That's going to be yummy. Add a little bit more salt. Okay. So I bought this immersion blender several years ago specifically to make mayonnaise. We actually had given up seed oils and stuff about 5 years ago, maybe. And so I bought this so that we can make our own mayonnaise. And then of course we went back eventually to eating normal mayonnaise because that's what humans do. We just revert back to the things that are easy, the things that we know, the things that are convenient, and the things that are terrible for us. That's what we do. So Jess made butter mayonnaise, right?
I tried.
It looks great. Is it thick? Did it thicken
Yeah.
up? Oh, nice. Very cool. So what's in that?
It is butter and egg yolks. I believe 3. When would you eat deviled eggs? Because in my life, there was always just one occasion, one time of year where I would eat deviled eggs.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Easter?
Yeah. Is that normal? Was that you?
I think so. I don't remember having them as a child ever, but my husband's family, his grandmother made delicious deviled eggs. His mom makes them now, and we have them on Christmas, on Thanksgiving, and on Easter.
I think deviled eggs is one of those things too, where every family has that one person that makes like the best deviled eggs, and like no one else is ever allowed to make them. It has to be that one. I have that person too. It's my aunt, my dad's sister. She was always the one that made the deviled eggs.
That is so funny. Yeah, I think there's always that designated person that makes them, and they are delicious. My kids love them, and anytime I make hard-boiled eggs, a couple of my kids, or even all of them, will make deviled eggs for themselves. They will, and like if 2 of the kids are making them, one of the other kids will come in the room and be like, "Oh, are you making deviled eggs?" They all get so excited, but they never ask for them. It's only if I have made hard-boiled eggs and one of them will say, "Oh, deviled eggs," and they'll run into the kitchen and make deviled eggs.
And have you ever noticed that people have no qualms with someone eating like 6 or 7, but then if you tell someone that you ate like 4 eggs for breakfast with some bacon, they like lose their mind?
That's absolutely true. I never looked at it like that, but you were absolutely right. You tell somebody you had 3 or 4 eggs for breakfast and they're like, "What?" Meanwhile, they ate 12 halves on Easter and then ate an entire meal.
My eggs are done boiling, so I'm going to dump them and then put them in an ice bath. Do some cold therapy on my eggs.
Oh yeah, some biohacking.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to release the pressure on mine.
So can you see this? The spinning worked, but it completely just like combusted.
Oh, no.
I just somehow screwed up boiling eggs, which is totally something that I can't even boil an egg correctly. So now my eggs are chilling like Wim Hof.
I'm going to do I'm going to open up my scrambled one and see if it's scrambled. It's not. So don't use a sweatshirt. Don't use a sweatshirt for your trying to make a scrambled egg inside the shell. Definitely use a thin sock like Jess did. Mine is just completely normal. It was definitely the sweatshirt, I think. I think it didn't get enough like spinning action.
No, it didn't get enough. It's like perfect. It's just an egg. You got an arm workout for no reason.
That's all right. I got an arm workout. So if you want an arm workout with no scrambled in the shell egg, use a sweatshirt. If you want an arm workout and then get something good at the end, like Jess thought, then you definitely want to use a thin sock.
Unless you just completely botch boiling an egg like Jess did.
It's still edible though. It's just wet. That's all.
Yeah. It does look interesting though. It's scrambled.
It is. Yeah, that is very cool. Wish mine had worked.
Like scrambled egg texture. Wait, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to see what it tastes like.
I got to get closer with my glasses on. Show me again. Oh, that's very cool. That is very cool. Go for it. So it tastes like a scrambled egg?
It just tastes like an egg. Like, I think it's, since it popped, like it kind of got overcooked.
Oh.
So, and then like you said, it just tastes wet. But I can see it really good if it didn't break open in the water.
Very cool. Oh, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely a different way to eat a hard-boiled egg, especially for people who either don't like the yolk or don't like the whites. You could scramble it up before you boil it. Okay, so deviled eggs.
I've never actually made deviled eggs before, so I do not know how to make eggs at all.
Well, we're about to learn.
Okay, so we cut them all in half.
Yeah, the long way. And then take the yolks out and put the yolks in a bowl. So I'm going to salt my whites just a little bit. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not, but gives them some flavor. And then I'm going to salt my yolks. And I am not a huge mustard fan, but I'm going to use it for the deviled eggs because that's part of what gives it that deviled egg flavor. Okay.
Okay, so my yolks out, and now what?
Mash them up really good. And then in true fashion, I will not be measuring the mustard, nor will I be measuring the mayonnaise. In true Carnivore Revolution fashion.
We don't measure on this channel.
Sometimes we do, just not normally. And some of my bacon mayonnaise and some salt. Stir it up. It's like a deviled egg mixture to me. For people that don't want to make their own mayonnaise, I do buy this sometimes. A lot of people would say this is kind of one of the safest mayonnaises you could get because it doesn't have any, like it only has avocado oil in it and a little bit of coconut oil. So it doesn't have all those hydrogenated oils in it and stuff like that. So a lot of people would say this is okay to have. I wanted to make my own today though.
It actually looks like a deviled egg mixture. I'm really proud of myself.
Look at you go. Okay, now we fill the little halves. I've seen people put this in like a piping bag, like a pastry bag, and you squeeze it in. What?
It's good. Took a spoonful and I'm shocked.
Good for you.
And I have a surprise too.
You do?
Yes. I made shrimp and I'm going to put shrimp on top of my deviled eggs.
Nice. I'm actually going to sprinkle bacon bits on some of mine. And so I have 2 egg whites left over, but ran out of middle.
Just eat them and then no one will ever know.
That's right. Yeah, this is going to be delicious. This will end up being like a new thing I make all the time. It just never occurred to me to make them just normally,
Have you ever met someone that didn't like deviled eggs?
I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
So I loaded mine because I have 4 extra.
Oh.
And these.
Look how good they look though.
Yeah. Now let me just get my shrimp.
Okay.
Oh no.
You forgot to turn it on.
No, I overcooked them so they're just shriveled up little
It's fine.
Oh my god. And they're like stuck to the thing. Oh my gosh. This is so funny. Hold on. We'll try to make it look appetizing.
Okay.
Gotta mess it up somehow.
You're doing so great.
I know. I was having so much fun and then I gotta overcook the shrimp.
It's okay. They're like crispy shrimp.
Yeah. It's like Popeyes.
They're like shrimp croutons.
Okay, ready. I'm gonna move my eggs down. Why every time? At the beginning of the video too, I was like, you're the one making a mess today. I should have known.
Oh my goodness, you jinxed yourself.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna move my camera back up here. And then my last surviving egg. I have 4 left and I started with 7.
They're still gonna taste delicious.
This is the final product.
That's right.
And
beautiful.
I'm so excited.
Beautiful.
Can we try?
Yes. I'm going to try one with bacon bits first. Ready? Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Very good.
That's really good. If the shrimp wasn't overcooked, that would be really good too. And then if I did have bacon, I need to remake this and do the shrimp right and add bacon. And this will be like so good.
Yeah, this was delicious. I don't know why it took us so long to make these. 4 thumbs up.
I know.
Because it's completely, yours is completely carnivore and mine is, except for the, teaspoon and a half of this that I use. So it's super easy and versatile and you can keep them in the fridge and feel like it's Easter every day. That's right. Deviled eggs all the time.
I'm just eating these. These are good.
Recipe was a keeper.
Well, I think that wraps it up, don't you?
I do. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time here on the Carnivore Revolution.
If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe below.